Stop killing your engine every time you start your car. Most drivers unknowingly destroy starters, batteries, and engines with simple mistakes that cost thousands. I'm going to reveal the 17 worst car starting habits, and stick around until the end to see why number 10 could silently be wreaking havoc on your engine. You won't want to miss it. Mistake number 17, bursting the AC or heater immediately. Your car has been baking in the sun with windows up. You jump in, start the engine, and blast the AC or heater. Instant mistake. The alternator and starter face a huge load right away. The engine struggles to spin. Belts, battery, and wires feel the stress too. It's like asking a tired runner to sprint with a heavy backpack right after waking up. Not fair, right? Over time, this constant strain slows your starter, weakens your battery, and wears out belts faster. Your engine suffers quietly, and you don't even notice. Here's the smarter way. Start the car, let it idle 30 to 60 seconds. The oil flows, the engine warms. Then, gradually increase AC or heater power. Step by step, there are no shocks, no overload, or hidden damage. Speaking of idling, overdoing it can also mess things up, but don't worry, we'll dive into that later in number 14. Do this every time. Your engine, battery, and belts will thank you. Small patience now saves thousands later. And yes, you could be surprised you're clocking 500,000 miles. Now that your engine has survived the initial shock of instant climate control, wait until you see what happens when impatience meets a cold, sleepy engine. Mistake number 16, revving engine cold. Your engine needs a moment to wake up. Every time you turn the key, the oil is still sitting in the pan. It hasn't reached the bearings, camshafts, or pistons yet. Those metal parts are cold, dry, and vulnerable. Revving the engine right after starting is like sprinting before your muscles are warmed up. The crankshaft spins faster than the oil can protect it. Bearings wear, pistons score, and the valve train takes a beating. Damage adds up silently. You don't feel it until repairs cost a fortune. It is simple. When you start your car, give it a few seconds. Let the oil circulate through all the critical parts. Watch the dashboard light fade. That's your green or blue signal saying, "I'm ready." Only then, gently accelerate. In freezing weather, be extra patient. Cold oil is thick and slow. A few extra seconds can save thousands in engine repairs later. Take it slow at first. Your engine will run smoother, last longer, and reward you with reliable performance every time. You've let the engine wake up slowly, but some drivers still rush the next step, and it's all about timing when your gears meet the brake. Mistake number 15, shifting to gear after releasing the handbrake. Most drivers do it automatically. I know, I used to be one too, but it quietly stresses your transmission and drivetrain. The moment you release the brake, all the built-up tension suddenly transfers to your engine and gears. It's like holding a spring compressed and then letting it go. Everything snaps at once. Belts, clutch, and gearbox components take the shock. Over time, repeated strain leads to faster wear, grinding noises, or even costly repairs. Here's the smarter approach. Start your car, press the clutch if it's manual, shift into gear, then release the handbrake slowly. Let the car's weight and engine power flow naturally. Don't force it. Smooth release prevents unnecessary stress. In automatic cars, lightly pressing the accelerator while releasing the brake helps avoid jerks. It also gives your engine a chance to adjust and keeps passengers comfortable. Take it slow and steady. Small patience here can save you big money and keep your drivetrain running quietly for years. You think shifting smoothly is enough? There's a hidden trap in just sitting there too long, and it's silently eating your engine's life away. Mistake number 14, idling for too long. Too much idling can quietly ruin your engine. Yes, you need to give it a few seconds after starting, but don't overdo it. There's no hard rule. Your dashboard gauge is your best guide. If it's still struggling, aim for 30 to 60 seconds. Oil takes time to reach bearings, camshafts, and pistons. Those metal parts are vulnerable when cold. Revving or driving too soon causes friction. Metal on metal contact silently wears down your engine. Over time, tiny damage becomes costly repairs. Idling too long also has hidden downsides. Excessive idle wastes fuel and can mess spark plugs or clog catalytic converters. Your engine isn't designed to sit and spin endlessly. Start your car. Let it idle about 30 seconds. In cold weather, add a few more seconds. Watch the gauges. Oil pressure stabilizes, engine warms, and everything flows smoothly. Only then, gently drive off. Short patience now saves thousands later. Your engine will run smoother, last longer, and avoid unnecessary wear. Treat idling like warming up your body before exercise. It's all about timing. Idling can save or sabotage your car depending on how long you linger, and believe me, powering up the wrong gadgets at the wrong time will make it worse. Mistake number 13. Starting with electronics on. Turning everything on at startup is quietly killing your engine. You hop in, start the car, and immediately blast the radio and lights. It feels harmless, but your engine and battery disagree. Every electronic device draws power the moment you start. That means your starter struggles to spin the engine fast enough. Short trips make it worse. Your battery barely recovers, and the alternator works overtime to keep up. Over months, that sneaky strain can shorten the life of both components. Imagine trying to run a marathon while juggling heavy weights. Your muscles, or in this case, your engine, aren't ready yet. The stress doesn't show immediately, but it adds up fast. Turn off all electronics before starting. Fire up the engine. Let it stabilize for a few seconds. Once the engine is running smoothly, turn on the radio or lights. Gradually, this simple habit saves your starter, protects your battery, and keeps your engine running longer. Before you crank up the tunes, there's one warning light that, if ignored, turns patience into a costly mistake, especially for diesel drivers. Mistake number 12. Ignoring glow plug light in diesels. Diesel engines don't fire like gasoline engines. They rely on compression heat to ignite fuel. Glow plugs preheat the combustion chamber. That little dashboard light? It's your engine sending a crucial signal. Wait, I'm not ready yet. Ignoring it is a costly mistake. Cranking cold fuel into a cold chamber stresses your starter and battery. The engine stumbles, shakes, and sometimes refuses to start. Fuel doesn't burn properly, leaving deposits that damage plugs and injectors over time. You waste fuel. You shorten your glow plug's life, all for a few impatient seconds. If you drive a diesel-powered vehicle, turn the key to on and watch the glow plug light. Wait until it goes out completely, then start the engine. Simple, but it protects critical components. It is like preheating an oven before baking. Skip the wait, and your cake, or engine, suffers. Diesel glow plugs are tricky, but even a simple key twist can quietly start a chain reaction of damage if you hold it too long. Mistake number 11. Using wrong key position too long. Older cars have a start position and a run position. Turn the key too long in start and trouble begins. The starter gear keeps spinning against the flywheel. Sparks fly inside the ignition switch. Heat builds. You might not hear it, but each extra second adds stress. Think of it like holding a hammer against a nail after it's already driven in. Every moment of pressure wears down the parts. Starter teeth grind. Switch contacts overheat. Damage accumulates silently. Unfortunately, most drivers do not realize the gross impact. Turn the key to start. The engine fires? Release it immediately to run. Let the starter disengage naturally. No unnecessary friction or hidden wear. Even small delays matter. Do it hundreds of times a year, and the wear multiplies. Your car's starter and ignition can cost $400, $800 to replace if damaged. Treat your key like a gentle tap, not a push. Speaking of holding too long, your battery might be sneaky. One low voltage start could be silently wreaking havoc on more than you think. Mistake number 10. Starting with low battery voltage. A weak battery can secretly wreck your engine and electronics. You might not notice it, but low voltage is dangerous. Leave your car parked for months, especially in winter. 3 cold months is enough to drain a battery silently. Try starting the car immediately, and the starter struggles. Cranking slows. Electronics glitch. Sensors can throw false code. codes. Your ECU fights to keep up. Over time, this stresses wiring, starter, and alternator. Cold weather makes it worse. A battery can lose 30–50% of its cranking power below freezing. That means even a fine battery may struggle to start your engine. Check your battery regularly. Replace it if it's weak or older than 4 to 5 years. For long-term parking, use a trickle charger to maintain voltage. Don't assume it's fine. Always confirm. A little attention now prevents expensive repairs later. Strong batteries spin your starter easily, protect electronics, and make cold mornings stress-free. Treat your battery like the heart of your car. It keeps everything alive. A weak battery is bad enough, but add a shaky engine mount and that gentle vibration you ignore, it's like tiny earthquakes inside your car. Mistake number 9, ignoring engine mount and vibration effects. Every jolt and shake stresses your engine mounts. Starting in gear or on an uneven surface sends uneven torque through the engine. The mounts absorb the shock. Over time, they wear out. Vibrations don't just annoy you, they damage components silently. Transmission parts get misaligned. Engine movement increases. Belts, hoses, and sensors experience extra stress. What seems like a small shake today can become a $5,000 engine replacement tomorrow. You cannot jump on a trampoline with fragile furniture underneath. Each bounce strains the supports. Engine mounts, transmission mounts, and the drivetrain feel every push and pull. Always start your car in neutral. Keep it stable and steady. Avoid rocking the car while cranking the engine. Let it settle before driving. A few seconds of care prevents long-term headaches. Smooth starts reduce vibration, protect mounts, and extend drivetrain life. Treat mounts like shock absorbers. They silently take the strain so your car can perform smoothly. Mounts take the hits quietly, but some drivers still think pumping the gas pedal makes things faster, except it does exactly the opposite. Mistake number 8, pumping gas pedal in modern fuel-injected cars. Modern cars don't need your help to start. Fuel injectors are smart. The ECU calculates exactly how much fuel the engine needs, down to milliseconds. Slam the gas pedal, and you throw that precision off. Flooded cylinders struggle to ignite. Pistons slide through too much fuel. Friction spikes. Spark plugs get coated in residue. Exhaust pours out unburned fuel. Catalytic converters overheat. Sensors start sending false signals. All this happens while you think you're helping the car. Cold mornings make it worse. Extra fuel doesn't warm the engine faster, it just creates more wear. Short trips exaggerate the damage. Your starter and battery also fight against excess fuel, making each crank harder. The proper habit is simple. Foot off the pedal, start the engine, let the computer feed the cylinders. Everything fires smoothly, quietly, and efficiently. Mastering this tiny change protects pistons, keeps sensors healthy, and reduces exhaust damage. Messing with fuel flow is one thing, but trying to outsmart modern electronics? That's like poking a sleeping dragon with a toothpick. Mistake number 7, trying to hotwire a modern car. Modern cars are electronic fortresses. The moment you touch the ignition wires, you trigger circuits that weren't meant to be tampered with. Transponders, immobilizers, and the ECU instantly react. Sparks fly, fuses blow, systems lock down. It's silent, sneaky damage. A single mistake can fry the computer controlling your engine. Sensors misfire. Your immobilizer refuses to reset. The car won't even start afterward. Repairs? Thousands of dollars. Even short experiments backfire. Modern wiring is delicate, designed for precision. Pull a wire, twist the wrong connector, and the electronics get a shock they can't handle. Your starter, alternator, and security modules all take a hit. Here's the smarter route. Always use the proper key. Lost keys? Ignition fails? Call a certified locksmith or dealer. They can access the system safely without frying expensive components. Modern cars are smart. Treat them that way. Respect their electronics, and your engine, immobilizer, and wallet stay safe. Hot wiring a modern car sounds daring, but the real danger is starting in gear. Your drivetrain will never forgive that jumpstart. Mistake number 6, starting in gear. Some cars, especially older models, let you start in gear. Newer vehicles usually require park or neutral first. Ignoring this is risky. In manual cars, if the clutch isn't pressed and the gear is engaged, the car can lurch forward or backward. Sudden movement puts immense stress on the drivetrain. Belts, gears, and engine mounts all feel the shock. One wrong moment could hit hit a wall, another car, or worse, a person. Automatic cars aren't always safe either. Faulty or older models may allow starter engagement while in gear. The sudden jolt stresses transmission and brakes. Even if nothing happens immediately, repeated strain accelerates wear, grinding noises, and costly repairs. I am going to tell you a safer approach. Ensure the gear is in neutral for manuals. Press the clutch before starting. For automatics, shift into park or neutral. Take a moment. Let the engine engage without resistance. A smooth, controlled start keeps your drivetrain healthy and prevents accidents. You've avoided a lurching start, but rushing back in immediately after shutting off, that's like waking your engine mid-dream, and it's exhausting. Mistake number 5, starting immediately after shutting off. When you turn off your car, the engine isn't done working. Heat soaks into metal parts, oil pressure drops to 0, fuel lines stay hot. Hit the key immediately, and the starter fights against a stressed engine. Metal parts grind without proper lubrication. Pistons, bearings, and valve components take extra wear. Even the battery and ignition suffer. It's subtle damage. You may not notice it today, but over weeks and months, repeated quick restarts shorten your starter's life and drain the battery faster. Costs add up quietly. So what should you do? After shutting off, pause for 30 to 60 seconds. If you've just finished a highway drive or pushed the car hard, extend this pause. Let heat disperse. Let oil circulate back to all components before starting it again. Restarting patiently gives your engine a smooth second life. Small delays now prevents $2,000 part engine or full rebuild. Mistake number 4, jump starting incorrectly. You've got a dead battery. The donor car is ready, but a careless step can spark disaster. Connect the clamps in the wrong order, and you risk short circuits. Let them touch, and sparks fly. Extreme cold, a frozen battery can crack or explode. Rev the donor too much, and delicate electronics fry silently. These mistakes don't just prevent the car from starting, they can blow fuses, fry computers, and permanently damage sensitive systems. One tiny slip, and your expensive electronics scream silently. Park the cars close, but not touching. Turn off both engines. Attach the positive clamp to the dead battery first, then to the donor. Connect the negative clamp to the donor, and finally to an unpainted metal spot on the dead car. Start the donor, let it run for a few minutes, then fire the dead car. Remove the clamps in reverse order. Patience and sequence matter. One careful jump saves your battery, electronics, and a big repair bill. Even when your battery survives, over-relying on fancy remote starters quietly ages your engine, and you won't hear the warning until it's too late. Mistake number 3, using fast start apps or remote starters excessively. Remote start feels like magic. Cold morning, warm the car from your phone. Hot afternoon, cool the cabin before you enter. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the catch. Every remote start puts hidden strain on the starter motor and engine components. Tiny stresses add up quietly. Do it every day, and the starter ages faster. Batteries weaken. Sensors and electronics endure extra load. Your car isn't resting while it's remotely running. It's working before you even touch the wheel. Some owners activate it multiple times daily. By week's end, that's dozens of extra engine cycles. Convenience comes at a cost. Manufacturers built these systems for occasional use. Here's the hack. Use remote start only when necessary, just enough to warm or cool the cabin. Let the engine fire naturally. Give the starter a break. A little restraint today protects your starter, battery, and engine from long-term damage. Mistake number 2, neglecting starter motor health. That faint whir, the slow crank, or the grinding noise, don't ignore it. Most drivers do until the starter finally gives out. Then your car won't budge. Towing bills, repair costs, and the frustration, massive. Starters aren't indestructible. Every cold morning, heavy load, or repeated start adds tiny wear. Left unchecked, it snowballs. That sluggish spin could be the first warning of a failing motor. Here's a simple habit to save yourself trouble. Listen carefully every time you start the car. Don't be fooled by the mechanic claiming it's just low fuel. That's often not the real reason for sluggish starts. Any unusual sound deserves attention. Check the terminals for corrosion. Clean connections improve power flow and extend starter life. A quick annual inspection goes a long way. Your starter handles the heavy lifting every day. It deserves a little care. Catching small issues early prevents breakdowns, keeps your morning stress-free, and all the care in the world can still be undone if you ignore the ultimate invisible factor, the weather. Mistake number 1, ignoring ambient temperature effects. Extreme temperatures silently punish your car. When it's freezing, the battery loses cranking power fast. Thick oil fights circulation. Fuel struggles to vaporize. Every start becomes a battle. Your starter spins harder. Engine components endure extra stress. Small wear adds up, especially if you drive short distances often. Hot weather isn't innocent either. Engine oil thins too much. Metal parts expand. The battery struggles to stay cool. Ignoring this leads to early component fatigue and sluggish starts. Most drivers never notice until something breaks. Starter motors fail unexpectedly. Batteries die sooner. Engine parts wear silently. Repair bills climb without warning. Keep your car in a garage whenever possible. No garage? Use a thermal blanket on the engine and battery. It reduces extreme temperature effects. Oil flows easier, fuel ignites cleanly, and the starter spins more efficiently. Even a few degrees of protection prolongs your car's life. Plan ahead before extreme weather hits. Little preparation now prevents costly headaches later. Your engine, starter, and battery will silently thank you for it. Every careless start slowly destroys your engine, starter, and battery. Mastering these habits saves thousands and extends your car's life. Curious which overlooked parts silently ruin engines? Discover 19 cheap parts that will destroy your engine. When ignored, don't risk hidden damage waiting to strike. Stay ahead and smart.